Namaste and Lakach Jayom Guru. Hello again. Loving greetings to all of my dearly beloved brothers and sisters everywhere all around the world. Blessed we are to be able to come together again for our energy traffic report. Let us dive right in. Yesterday, we kind of ran out of recording time. So I'm going to dive right in today so that doesn't happen again today. So let's grab our galactic calendar. Let's open to the 7th moon, the resonant moon of attunement, right? The resonant monkey moon of attunement, even. And we see we're in this fourth week, the flowering week. And we see that we are coming to the end now more of this week. Let's see, what is the tone and the frequency? And we also see we have a little indication here indicating that today is a galactic activation portal day. It is the second of 10 consecutive galactic activation portal days. And this is the first set of 10 galactic activation portal days. So, high energy today. Again, as yesterday. And so let's see what is the tone and the frequency. Well, we see that we have the 3 dots today. We know this is Osh, the 3rd galactic tone, right? It is the electric tone of service. And the electric tone of service today is conjoining with blue hand MANIK. So we say blue electric hand today. And, now that we know what the tone and the frequency is on this galactic activation portal day, let's open our calendars up to the back of our calendar where we find Osh, the 3rd galactic tone, the electric tone of service, on page 5. And we see that it has 3 key words, of course. It is the electric tone of service, so service is one of the key words. Bond and activate are the other 2 keywords. Activate, bond, and service for the electric tone of service. Service is love made visible. Tone Osh represents the sacred Trinity in all its manifestations. The energy of Osh moves us beyond polarity, ushering in the electrifying current of activation. Instead of the give and take of Ka, yesterday's energy, we access the dynamic exchange which Osh makes possible. Energy is now capable of bonding, right? One of our key words, bonding, bond. Energy is now capable of bonding, allowing for an expanded dimension of structure and creational possibilities to emerge. This new dimension awakens creative currents, inspires circulation, vulnerability, and fresh potential for alignments. An activated being is alive with their sense of mission, setting their truths in motion, accepting the opportunity to be of service. We bridge energetically with other beings in the light of collective goals. On a large or small scale, offering one's self in service, which is a willingness to jump in when needed and assist the surrounding circumstances. This is a simple yet highly spiritual act. Acting on behalf of others as well as the biosphere and future generations, we access a virtue of selflessness. The greatest acts of service are in recognition that those we help are in no way separate from ourselves. That in some way we are merely one aspect of creation assisting another aspect of creation. In active service to life, the path of Dharma fills our days with meaningful work, which may or may not ever have rewards outside of the tasks themselves. May we rise to meet the blessings of participating in this grand work. What is this grand work? Endless work of love, right? That's Osh. Service is love made visible, right? When we serve our brothers and sisters, that's a loving act. It's an act of love. So that's Osh. The first part of our galactic signature, Osh is going to tell us what our solar frequency is going to be like. So now we want to turn the page here, a couple pages, and come to MANIK on page 10, where we see that MANIK has 3 key words: knows, accomplishment, and healing. Right? This is a picture of a hand going like this, right? Fingers coming together, right? Like this. And, well, right, it's representing completion and closure, but also it's a hand, right? It's blue hand. So hands, if it's dark, right, you can feel around, and then you'll feel for the light switch, and when you feel it, you know that's the light switch. So hands know, right? They give us a knowing. You touch it, it's hot, now you know, right? And also, how do you brush your teeth? With your hands, right? How do you cook dinner? Use your hands, right? How do you paint the house? You're going to have to use your hand to do that. Even if you use a spray gun, a paintbrush, whatever, you're going to use your hand to hold it and do it. Right? Hands are how we get things accomplished. Right? That's why it's one of the key words, right? And hand, right? We've all heard of hands-on healing. Wow. Hands heal, right? That's why it's the 3 key words. Knows, hands know, hands accomplish, hands heal. And our quote comes from the Mind Factor. It says, through skill, all things are transformed, right? We learn a skill with our hands, a carpenter, a plumber, a painter, right? And you can fix the plumbing. You can paint the house, right? You can build a building. It's transformed. Blue Hand MANIK embodies the power of creativity and mastery. Completion and attainment are the work of hands, to bridge, to mend, to support, to lend a helping hand. The great civilizations of humanity could never have been built without our hands. While achievement is the common proof of accomplishment, we are reminded that the process of actualizing is equally relevant. Genuine accomplishment carries an inherent force of healing, right? When you've washed the dishes, they've been healed of their germs and dirt and food and stuff, and now they're healed, they're clean again. Right? Same with us. We get sick and, we become healed again. Right? Engaged in our activities, we are infused with purpose. We are fulfilling the moment. We are communing through process. When we bring peace to all that we do, everything becomes an act of healing. Let us express our artistry, our craft and skills as the means to uplift ourselves, our community, and our environment. As we acknowledge our personal need for healing, may we also sensitize to the universal need for healing. While healing begins with an acceptance of what is as it is, may we also set out to accomplish transformations that open the next level of our lives. Right? That's why we see in this archetypical glyph, this hole here in the middle, that is the opening to the next level of our lives, right? Completion and closure. We see the fingers coming together to create the completion and closure, but that creates an opening for the next, to go into the next level of understanding. From this attitude of non-resistance, we can take steps to help relieve the suffering of ourselves and others. Right? That's what we really want to do. We want to get rid of this sorrow and suffering. We want to be liberated from sorrow and suffering, not just for ourselves, but others as well. Our physical hands are tools of knowing. Hands sense. Hands heal. As expressions of our innate being, our hands both receive and transmit energy and speak a universal language. Right? You often see people want to shake hands, right? It's a universal language. Blue hand encourages us to acknowledge our hands and the power of touch. 1,000,000 worlds of separation vanish in one embrace. And our quote, to help us understand this blue hand, it is an alchemical principle. Okay, right? We're energy alchemists here. We're learning to be, at least. And this says, people are a microcosm containing all knowledge of the macrocosm. Right? All the knowledge of the universe. It's already in here, is what that's saying. And, well, maybe we just don't realize that. So now we've seen blue hand MANIK. We've looked at the tone. We've looked at the frequency separately. Let's blend them together in our Cosmic Dream Spell Astrology Wisdom Workbook. Here we're opening now to page 107, because today is Kin 107. We see that blue hand MANIK is coming together with the electric tone of service on this galactic activation portal day. So today we say, Osh MANIK HUNAB Ku. Osh MANIK HUNAB Ku. And today's galactic signature is Kin 107, blue electric hand, Osh MANIK HUNAB Ku. After the lunar tone of challenge comes the electric tone of service. Blue electric hand, Osh MANIK HUNAB Ku, guides and teaches us to know the power of completion and closure through actively healing, which allows us to metaphysically move to higher levels of being in order to catalyze and ignite the forces of rhythmic movement, of intelligent vibrational energy that activates our spiritual service. Spiritual service is the living expression of the unique abilities and gifts that we all have to offer and extend to our planetary family at large. Blue electric hand, Osh MANIK HUNAB Ku, encourages us to use our unique gifts and abilities as inspirational fuel to intentionally activate our spiritual service. Blue electric hand, Osh MANIK HUNAB Ku, also reminds us that the keys to activating our spiritual service are unending gratitude and unconditional surrender to the flow of life's natural rhythms. The strength to activate our spiritual service is exponentially multiplied by bonding with like-minded people. Blue electric hand, Osh, MANIK, HUNAB, Ku, invites us to actualize our innate abilities to craft and heal through allowing accomplishments to be defined by our own inner knowing, right? Not by what somebody tells you, oh, you're not good enough. No, you know if you're not good, if you didn't give it all you had, if you didn't do good enough. You know, it's in your heart, you know. That's how we define accomplishment, our inner knowing, not by what somebody said, that outer influence that says you didn't do good enough. Yeah, maybe you didn't, and maybe they noticed, but you noticed first, okay? And maybe you did do a good job, and maybe they didn't notice, but you noticed, and it doesn't matter what they do or don't notice. The cauldron of creation is calling us to evolve through the energetic power of unconditionally giving and circulating our innate gifts and abilities. Giving, it says here, not selling, giving and circulating our innate abilities, right? Those that are selling their magic, right? Is that the wisest choice? Or should we be just giving our magic to each other? We would be wise to humble ourselves to the majesty of the dream of this existence and reciprocate unending gratitude for all that our great and wondrous Creator provides us. As we strengthen ourselves, we have more creative fire to offer and extend to our companions, right? Our earthly companions here. Through this discernment, we can and will access unlimited natural knowledge that will help us align and steer our own growth and expansion, right? That's a fully empowered empath, right? Steering and aligning their own growth and expansion as they are progressing along this path of life, this dream of existence. As we cleanse and refine our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual centers, we free ourselves of disserving, stagnant energies. Also, as we cohere ourselves with others of like-mindedness, we allow a much greater energetic force of rhythmic movement to flow through us, which allows us to open and feel the natural rhythms of all life converging in our hearts. Ultimately, we realize that unconditional love is always our best and highest choice. Isn't it? It is. And, well, that's blue electric hand, Osh, MANIK, HUNAB, Ku. So, well, now that we've blended these energies together, now we know what we're playing match game with today so that we can always be like that. Now we know what we're looking for in the day, right? People are going to want to accomplish and do things today with their hands a lot, right? And it might be associated with some kind of spiritual service because it's the tone is that electric tone of service, right? And we see the 3 dots. It reminds us of the Trinity, right? In all its aspects, as the calendar says. And, well, this Trinity, right, Satchitananda, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, right, that's a kind of a spiritual kind of energy, right? And, right, so we'll be seeing a lot of people doing things in the spiritual way. You'll notice it a lot today. And people are doing it, they don't realize that that's, what they're kind of leaning towards today because that's the energetic quality of today. And those that are not leaning in that direction, well, they're kind of having some stresses and conflicts going on in their lives. You'll notice that when you can see how these energies work. You're like, wow, I see this person struggling over there because, today's that day where we should be thinking about spiritual service a little bit to our brothers and sisters and that lending a helping hand, and they're doing the opposite of that today. And their life's not going so good. Gee, I wonder why. Because they're trying to go against the flow of the universe. You can, if you want to, but it's going to be a tough day for you if you do that. So, let's draw now. We want to draw this hand going like this, right? It's just a hand going like this, right? We see the thumb here with the thumbnail, right? Coming down this way. We see the fingers are coming down this way, right? We just kind of make the square and we just kind of make this little thumb. And this space here in the middle, right, is showing where the fingers are coming together like this, right? Right? Just like this. Right? And, we got a little bracelet kind of thing going on down here. Right? So, and we color it blue. Very simple, right? Next to it, we're going to make those 3 dots, reminding us that this hand is in this idea of spiritual service. We say spiritual service, why? Every act is an act of love and spirituality. So, right? And we want to color these dots yellow because we're in that yellow 13-day yellow wave spell of flowering and blossoming and coming to fruition. So next, we want to fill in all these blanks down here at the bottom of our workbook page here. The first blank is the kin number, the day number out of these 260 days. Where are we on this energy wave? We are on day 107. Right, the page number, right? We just copy it from the top, write it in down here. We're just copying from the top, writing all this in down here so that it gets in our head quickly and permanently. And before you know it, you'll be working with these energies instead of just trying to get in tune with them. Right? Pretty soon you will be in tune with them if you in tune with them every day. And then when you are in tune with them, now you can start controlling this life force all around you. You'll have some more control over that life force. Everything in your life, in other words. So the next blank that we want to write in and fill in, even though we've been saying it so many times, the way we say this galactic signature in English today, blue electric hand. Just write that right in there, blue electric hand. The next blank is how we say this in the Mayan way of speaking. We say the tone first. And then we say the frequency, and if it's a galactic activation portal day, then we say HUNAB Ku. So, Osh, Men, Osh, MANIK, HUNAB Ku. Men is blue eagle, not blue hand. Osh, MANIK, HUNAB Ku today, right? Don't forget to add on the HUNAB Ku. The color and direction is blue. And west is associated with the blue. And underneath that, we want to write the most important thing, blue west transforms. So let's write in that transforms right there. If we're writing it in every day, it is going to be very quickly. Within 30 days, I'm sure, you will permanently remember what the blue represents, not just west, but also that it's a transforming energy. It's very important to remember that part of it. Next, we see the 3 circles down here. And, the first circle is the lunar phase, right? What's the moon look like? We're staying in tune with the moon. If you pay no attention to it, then you're not in tune with it. We know whether it's waxing or waning, right? Whether we're heading for the new moon or whether we're heading for the full moon, right? If you're going to be doing the energy work, you will need to know that. Right? You do certain things with the full moon energy. You do certain things with the new moon energy. It's just the way it goes. If you're not working with the energies, never mind. Just see what happens. Could be interesting. So, waning. We want to write in that the moon is waning right now. We're heading towards the new moon. Right? Next circle is Galactic Activation Portal Day. Well, it's the second one in a row today. We're going to have 10 in a row. So we want to do something in this circle here, right? We're in that first set of 10 galactic activation portal days. And when I indicate in this circle, I also indicate here that this is the first set of 10 galactic activation portal days. Because it's a real ride, let me tell you, energetically speaking, these 10 days, right? Tell me, let me know, right? I'll be glad to talk with you about it. But I can guarantee you, it's going to be interesting. The next 10 days for every single body on this whole globe it's going to be real interesting. The stories that they're going to tell you are going to be amazing. Either amazingly great or amazingly not so great. You know, because it's going to all be magnified during these 10 days. And each day it magnifies a little more. You know, it's a building energy, right? That's why they're consecutive like that. It's not a Pocahontas clear day, so we're going to skip over that last circle and move on now to our affirmation for today, where we are going to utilize the 3 key words for the tone and the frequency. So that makes it a unique affirmation just for today's galactic signature energy, right? There's 260 different ones, right? Because there's 260 different combinations of these 13 tones and 20 solar frequencies, right? 13 times 20, 260, right? Works out perfect. So today's key words: activate, bond, and service for the electric tone of service, know, healing, and accomplishment for blue hand MANIK. They're all in there. I'll read through it one time, then we'll do it together 3 times. Today I activate in order to know, bonding, healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the electric tone of service. And today I am guided by the power of magic. Right? Do you believe in magic? I hope so. Because if you don't believe in magic, then none for you. Your choice, because you don't believe in it. If you believe in magic, then God bless you. You're going to have a magical life, and today a magical day. So let's do it together 3 times now. Slowly, deeply, with concentration, right? Real intention. Today I activate in order to know, bonding, healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the electric tone of service. And today, I am guided by the power of magic. Today I activate in order to know, bonding, healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the electric tone of service. And today I am guided by the power of magic. Today I activate in order to know, bonding, healing. I seal the store of accomplishment with the electric tone of service. And today I am guided by the power of magic. Namaste and Lakech, Jai Om Guru. There we have it. Another energy traffic check complete. We're just about ready to get on out there and take on this day. I like to share a little bit of wisdom with all of us to have an even better, more balanced day this is from our Guru's spiritual diary. It's a little bit worn out. It's an old book. And I use it a lot. So it's kind of worn out, but that's what it says, spiritual diary, right? So let's see what is Guru talking to us about, right? It's like an inspirational thought for each day. It's literally what is worn off the cover here, an inspirational thought for each day, kind of worn away. But Guru's talking to us here today on February 4th, and we're talking about inner renunciation. And Guru says, that, and this quote is coming from his book, Man's Eternal Quest, a book that I highly recommend. I don't have it sitting here. It's downstairs right now. Okay, I was looking at it earlier. But anyway, Guru says today that renunciation is not an end. It is the means to an end. Renunciation is not an end. It is a means to an end. The real renunciant is one who lives for God first, regardless of their outer modes of existence. To love God and contact your life, and conduct, to love God and conduct your life to please God. That is what matters. When you do that, Guru says, you will know the Lord. You will know God. See, Guru guides us to not just know of God and read about God and have people tell us about God. Right? We want to actually know God. Just like you know your mother, father, brother, and sister. Right? You know them pretty well, right? Your best friend, you know them pretty well, right? Do you know God that well? Do you talk with God and find out what God's favorite color is? Right? Well, that's called getting to know God, and Guru guides us to that, right? Wonderful guidance and wisdom from our Guru. A beautiful quote to help us have a better day and help us get a little bit closer to God, because the closer you get to God, the better your life's going to be. I promise you. So thank you, my brothers and sisters, for joining in with me again today. God bless us all. Namaste and Lakach. Jai Om Guru. Let's get on out there and have a great day. I'm praying for you all to have that great and wonderful day, and maybe even a spiritual breakthrough or two. Thank you all. We'll see you next time. Get a hold of me anytime if you want to chat. I'm here. I love to share. Bye now. And if you want me to, if you have a little group you'd like me to come by and maybe give a little chat with, we can sit and chat and talk about this dream spell astrology wisdom, right? Getting out from under what I call the spell of Gregorian time, artificial timing, right? And get into the galactic timing frequency of this universe, right? I can sit it down and we can talk about how the galactic calendar has taken us out of alignment, and how the Gregorian calendar has taken us out of alignment, and the galactic calendar can bring us back into alignment, right? Right? Out of alignment, it's kind of like we're under a spell, right? And when Sleeping Beauty was under that spell, it took that magic kiss to get her out of it. Right? For us, this knowledge and wisdom that we're sharing, that's that kiss that brings us out of this sleeping delusion that we're in, that we've been taken into accidentally, right? Into an artificial timing. So, thank you all. God bless us all. Have a great day now. Bye again.